Welcome to CHSI Modular Mandatory 8HR Seminar and COVID-19 Workplace Safety and Health Orientation. Classification risk by establishments. High-risk establishments. Hazards affect the safety and/or health of the workers such as chemical works and production, construction, healthcare facilities, etc. Medium-risk establishments. There is moderate exposure to safety and health hazards and with probability of an accident, injury, or illness. Low-risk establishments. Where there is low level of danger or exposure to safety and health hazards or with low probability to result in accident, harm, or illness. Accident prevention focus on behavioral safety or standard behavior. Practices on the workplace that. Consciousness that our action may affect other people in the workplace. That, we are part of the problem and solution. Education/seminar is important. Training is required. Right motivation help workers. We need to participate in making a safe and health workplace. We need toolbox meeting/permit to work, PTW, system. Module 2 short exercise. 1. Give at least 2 examples of safety and health hazards. 2. What is risk? Module 3. Recognizing safety hazards and appropriate control measures. Objective. To recognize safety hazards and appropriate safety measures. Basic safety rules and measures for workplace hazards. Housekeeping, material handling and storage. What is housekeeping? Housekeeping means putting everything in its proper place. It is everybody's business to observe it in the workplace to minimize or lessens accidents and related injuries and illnesses. It improves productivity and minimizes direct/indirect costs of accidents/illnesses. Bosch Unit 2 Module 4 page 23. 5S of housekeeping. 1. Sorting/Siri. This means sorting out of unnecessary items and discarding them from your workplace. Because this will make the work easy by eliminating obstacles. Eliminate the need to take care of unnecessary items. Provide no chance of being disturbed with unnecessary items. Prevent faulty operation caused by unnecessary items. 2. Systematize/Seton. This means the need to organize our workplace such as follow the first in first out, FIFO, for storing items. Assign each item a dedicated location. Provide systematic labeling. Place items so that they are visible to minimize, to reached, or handled easily. Separate exclusive tools from common ones. Place frequently used tools to near user. 3. Sweep/CISO/Simulate. This mean to sanitize or clean our workplace. How? Keep environment condition as clean necessary for the products. Prevent deterioration of machinery and equipment and make checking of abnormalities easy. Keep workplace safe and work easy. 4. Standardize/Sigurahin, Sikatsu, means that we have to standardize what we are doing. 5. Self-discipline/Sarilinkusa, Shitsuk, this means that we have to do this process without prodding/urging. Things to consider in material handling and storage. Fewer strain injuries if the amount of handling is reduced. The location of the stockpiles should not interfere with work, but they should still be readily available when required. Stored materials should allow at least 1 meter or about 3 feet of clear space. Stacking of cartons and drums on a firm foundation and cross-tying them, where necessary. Stored materials should not obstruct aisles, stairs, exits, fire equipment, emergency eye wash fountains, emergency showers, or first aid stations. All storage areas should be clearly marked. Machine safety, type, sources, and control. A machine is a tool used to make work easier. It is basically an assemblage of parts that transmit forces, motion, and energy in a predetermined manner. Machines make things easy and comfortable for us. They enable us to do a lot of things that we won't be able to do otherwise. But we must be aware that they may also be sources of injuries and even deaths in the workplace if not used properly. Note, next slides contains sensitive photos. Machine guarding is a safety feature on or around machine/equipment. It consists of a shield or device covering hazardous parts/areas of a machine to prevent contact with body parts or to control hazards like chips or sparks. The four major areas in understanding machine safety: adjustment and repair, servicing and maintenance, moving parts, machine guarding, and point of operation in every machine. Hazards, hazardous mechanical motions/actions, rotating members, reciprocating arms, moving belts, meshing gears, interlocking, cutting teeth, punching, shearing/trimming/cutting, bending. Others: noise, vibration, engine combustion/carbon monoxide release, no preventive maintenance, untrained users, no signages, use of defective machine, no use of personal protective equipment, etc. Note: next 2 slides shows the different action and danger of machines. How to control of machine hazards. 1. Do not remove machine guards. 2. Only train/educated workers to operate/use machine. 3. Apply lockout/tagout, LOTO, in servicing and maintenance of machines. 4. Wear required PPE. 5. Do not use defective machines. What is electrical safety? Electrical safety is closely related to fire safety. Fires are often caused by electrical trouble. Although we know that electrical trouble can also mean other things like electrocution and other such accidents. Requirements as per Rule 1210 Electrical Safety. 1211 Philippine Electric Code Standard. 1212 Electrical Safety Inspection. 1213 Inspection Fees. 1214 Requirements in the preparation of electrical plans. Specific requirements for working safely with electrical energy. Only qualified electrical workers can perform work on or near electrical equipment. Non-electrical workers may use electrical equipment, but must be trained to know the hazards of the equipment and how to use the equipment safely. If a worker does not know how to operate a piece of equipment safely and do not know the hazards involved, stop work and give the required training. How to control electrical hazards. Follow the electrical code. Correct electrical installation. 4 proactive methods. Electrical isolation ensures safety. Keep electricity away from workers, insulate, elevate and guard conductors. Electric equipment operating at 50 volts or more must be guarded. Equipment grounding gives the stray current somewhere to go and keeps a person from becoming part of the circuit. Circuit interruption is a system that automatically shuts off the flow of electricity in the event of leakage, overload, or short circuit. Safe work practices: inspection, maintenance, LOTO, work permit, JA, etc. Other electrical hazards are exposed defective damaged cables, overloading, substandard cables, incorrect cable splicing, unattended plugs, defective plugs, sockets, cable on watery ground, cable on crossing the access aisles, overhead power lines, no electrical signages, etc. Electric shock, burns, fire. Summary of electrical hazards and control measures. Please read this table. Hazards: inadequate wiring, exposed electrical parts, wires with bad insulation, ungrounded electrical system and tools, damaged power tools and equipment, using the wrong PPE and tools, overhead power lines. All hazards are made worse in wet conditions. Damage extension cords, unqualified workers doing electrical work. Control measures: proper grounding, use GFCI, use fuses and circuit breakers, guard live parts, proper use of flexible cords, close electrical panels by competent person. Employee training: ensure competent person on site, use proper approved electrical equipment, qualified persons install electrical devices. Other controls: 1. Consider all wires/cables as live. 2. Use of grounding system. 3. Use of double insulating materials. 4. Use of appropriate disconnecting means, fuse/circuit breaker/use of ELCB. 5. Proper maintenance of portable power tools. 6. Use of ground fault circuit interrupter, GFCI. 7. Use cords and plug in good condition only. 8. Eliminate octopus connections. 9. Never use extension cords is permanent wiring. 10. Apply LOTO. 11. Use danger signs. 12. Work with qualified men only. 13. Ensure proper maintenance. 14. Never bridge a fuse. 15. Conduct regular electrical inspection. 16. Use proper instruments. What is fire safety? Fire is a chemical reaction between a flammable or combustible material, heat, and oxygen. This process converts the flammable or combustible materials and oxygen into energy. Elements of fire are heat, fuel, oxygen and chemical reaction. How to extinguish a fire? Removal of O2, heat, fuel and interrupting the chain reaction. How to use fire extinguisher? P. Pull the pin. A. Aim to nozzle to the base of the fire. S. Squeeze the lever. S. Sweep from side to side. Fire hazards. Presence of combustible and flammable materials, high oxygen level. High coal level, no fire X, poor ventilation, open flames/sparks activity/hot works, defective flashback arrestor, hose leak, smoking, no fire blanket, unattended plugs, no JA and PTW system. How to control fire hazards. Implement no smoking policy. Move combustible/flammable/explosive materials a safe distance away, 35 feet. Move work to a safe distance. Protect the exposed combustible with suitable fire resistance guards. Provide a trained fire watcher. Provide fire extinguisher readily available. Cover openings in walls, floors, or duct within 35 feet of the work. Implement hot work permit system. Provide heat, smoke, flame, and other detectors. Provide barriers, fire wall, to control the spread of fire. Conduct fire inspection regularly. What is chemical safety? Chemical safety is the practice of handling, storage, use, and disposal chemicals in a safe manner, minimizing the hazard to public and personal health. The various environmental hazards, otherwise known as occupational health hazards, can be classified as chemical, physical, biological, or ergonomic. Module 4 Bosch. Globally Harmonized System, GHS, is a comprehensive classification and labeling of chemicals and an international standard for classifying chemicals and communicating its hazards. Establishing a comprehensive national chemical safety program. Defining and classifying hazards and communicating information on labels, and safety data sheets, SDS. Administrative Order No. 01 Series of 2008-301, the adoption and implementation of the Globally Harmonized System of Classification and Labeling of Chemicals, GHS. GHS has two key elements. Hazard classification. Physical hazards. Health hazards. Environmental hazards. Hazard communication. 6 distinct elements. Product identifier, 1. Signal word, 2. Hazard statement, 3. Precautionary statement, 4. Supplier information, 5. Pictogram, 6. Safety data sheet, SDS, is a summary of the important health, safety, and toxicological information on the chemical or the mixture ingredients. It should contain. SDS has 16 sections such as chemical hazards. Occupational health hazards arise from inhaling chemical agents in the form of vapors, gases, dusts, fumes, and mists, or by skin contact with these materials. The degree of risk of handling a given substance depends on the magnitude and duration of exposure. Module 4 Bosch. Vapor results when substances that are liquid at room temperature evaporate. Examples are the components of organic solvents such as benzene, toluene, acetone, ether, alcohols, and xylene. Occupational exposure, degreasing of metals, printing, painting, dry cleaning, laboratory etc. B-mist is a fine particles of a liquid float in air, particle size of 5 to 100 approximately. Examples, hydrochloric acid, nitric acid and sulfuric acid. Ventilation etc. Occupational exposure. Inhalation, ingestion, and dermal contact. Inhalation is the most important route of exposure. C gases are substances in gaseous state are airborne at room temperature. Examples are chlorine, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, phosgene, and formaldehyde. Occupational exposure to gases includes: where there is incomplete combustion, carbon monoxide; wastewater treatment plant, hydrogen sulfide and chlorine gas; refrigeration and fertilizer plants, ammonia; machinery using diesel engine, nitrogen dioxide. D fumes is a gas, such as metal vapor, condensed in air, chemically changed and becomes fine solid particles which float in air, particles size of about 0.1 to 1 Examples are oxides generated from molten metal such as cadmium oxide, beryllium oxide, etc. Occupational exposure to fumes include, but are not limited to, soldering, welding, hot works, mining, and working with asphalt.